You're still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. Then your shot is the President of the Republic and his entourage to deliver his State of the Nation address for today. According to Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution, he is expected and mandated by law to present the State of the Nation to Parliament. And there, as you can see colorfully in the parade, them arriving to deliver the speech, the president, and also so as you can see there in his entourage, these are basically the various security personnel attaches to deliver his State of the Nation address. This is the fourth time the president will be doing this since assuming office, but obviously this would be the one to tell of him accounting for his 4 years of being president and ending his tenure of office, even though he hasn't retained as president. So you're still watching the Citi Newsroom. We'll give you updates on his speech. We'll cross over to my colleague Duke Mensel Poku, who has a report on all the president will be speaking on.
President Akufo-Addo began his delivery on the message on the State of the Nation with a call for the observance of a minute of silence in honor of the passing of the first president of the Fourth Republic, the late Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. The president, having steered the affairs of the country through a global pandemic, touched on his achievements in the health sector.
COVID-19 has presented us with the opportunity to resolve some long-standing problems in the health sector. We have taken steps to resolve the problem of infrastructure deficit in the healthcare system once and for all, with the exemption of Agenda 111 and the start of the building of hospitals around the country. We are upgrading district hospitals where they exist and establishing new ones where they do not.
One of the defining issues of the president's tenure is the fight against illegal mining, popularly known as galamsey. President Akufo-Addo called for an open conversation about the menace.
We have to talk about galamsey. We who are leaders owe it to the country to take the subject out of the party political arena and have an honest conversation about this menace to our future.
He also touched on the just ended election where Ghanaians gave him the mandate to serve a second term.
It is good for the nation that in the end he chose the legal path instead of the pockets of violence that have attended the rejection of the results by his party in the period after the elections. We all have to make a deliberate decision to invest in the rule of law and uphold the integrity of the institutions of our state so that no person or group of persons take the law into their own hands with impunity.
So then your shot is the President of the Republic exchanging pleasantries with personnel of the security service. He's making his way out of the premises after delivering his State of the Nation address, greeting them while he makes his way out of the premises after delivering his State of the Nation address, which he is mandated to according to Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution. The president is done with his address. Let's now get some reactions on some of the issues he raised.
The president too must accept responsibility that he has contributed to fracturing our democracy. Our democracy is not as it used to be 10 years ago. I mean, for the first time in our history, arising out of collation of resources and declaration of resources, aid lost lives, and he's silent on it. That is unacceptable. He must take responsibility. Those lives needn't be lost in a genuine, transparent, democratic process. He was dead silent on that. That's not acceptable. He must investigate it, punish people. They are interested in people who are protesting and rioting. They must be interested in people who criminally declared.
The police are doing it.
They are doing what? They are doing what? So follow through. Those who shot and killed people are walking free. Is that the democracy you want?
The president failed to comment on the number of people who lost their lives during the elections. What do you make of that?
I mean, for an address like this, listen, you'll get different people talking about what they think he should have spoken about. I just heard somebody saying that he didn't talk about climate change. I mean, you always get different parts of what I think he should have spoken about. Does that derogate from what he was required to do, which he has done? If you were delivering the address, I'm not sure you would exhaustively deal with everything. There will be some things that you may not touch on.
Now, we've been joined by the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West, Madam Lydia Seheram Al-Hassan. Let's talk about your elevation. What do you make of it, and how prepared are you for it?
May I say I'm very grateful to NEC for making me the Deputy Whip at this extraordinary moment in the history of Ghana. I will work. It's not just for as a fun. They have seen my results, the hard work that I have put in within the 2 years that I was elected to be the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West. This is what they expect me to do in Parliament. My ability to work hard and to retain the seat for the people of Ayawaso West Wuogon. It's what went into this decision, and I am going to make the leadership who appointed me, I am going to make them proud. I am going to work hard for the benefit of us all.
Some members of Parliament will not be returning to the House. Let's interact with them and find out what they will miss about Parliament and what their next endeavours would be. Now, these are probably one of your part of your final days in Parliament and as a Member of Parliament. How are you feeling at the moment?
Well, it's a sense of satisfaction for a job well done. We have done our best to serve the people well. The records are in the Hansard of Parliament. For the first time in the history of Parliament in Ghana, we have had a private members bill passed, thanks to my contribution and the contribution of 3 of my colleagues as a majority leader, minority leader, and Ben Abdallah. If you're looking at bringing members of the executive to account on their stewardship, I probably would go in history as one of the topmost who have gotten ministers dragged to the floor of Parliament to answer questions on how they have managed affairs of the state. So we are quite excited. We are happy that the people of Kumbungu gave us an opportunity to serve. It's been a very humbling experience, and we're looking forward to coming back in 4 years.
Interesting one there. We have heard you on air a couple of times all through the Yuletide. Are you going back to your old profession?
We'll be doing a lot of things, a bit of farming, a bit of consulting, but also working our way to coming back to Parliament, yes.
So clearly you are coming back.
God willing, and if the people so accept the fact that we did a good job and we should return, why not?
It's been a real pleasure being a member of the 7th Parliament, and today we've climaxed that with a very beautiful speech by His Excellency the President on the state of the nation, and I hope that this will form the platform for all of us Ghanaians to look into the future, work together, and continue with the transformation agenda set by His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. I mean, another year of the review of this Parliament, I think the agri sector has been one area that has been a lot of transformation. 2 key things which, to me, we've been able to achieve under the MPP. 1, the planting for food and jobs. Now we're rearing for food and jobs, planting for export. And I'm sure we'll all attest to the fact that this has impacted very well in terms of availability of foodstuff the year round.
Clearly you won't be returning to Parliament,
Sure.
so what's next for you?
Oh, come on. In my father's house are many mansions. Our party had won the power again. And this is public service. So if you're fortunate and the government has opportunity for you to work and you're invited, come on, why not? You do that. But if you don't have that, I mean, some of us came from a point of businesses, had our own businesses that we could also run on the side that could also help Ghana. Bottom line is that some of us returned from America to support the development agenda of Ghana. We get opportunity to serve on the national platform. If you don't have the opportunity, we could also serve on the private sector. Still, to ensure that this country, Ghana, takes its better place in the whole world. Because to be honest with you, if you look at all the things that we've been blessed with, even our people, the intellectuals, the capacity, our education, our culture, all the resources that we have, if we harness them very well, my brother, there is nothing we cannot do as a country. So that's why we came back. Service to the people.
All right, talking about serving the country, is there any particular portfolio position you are eyeing and hoping to be called to?
I wouldn't say any specific, but I have a finance background. BSc accounting from Legon, 2 MBAs in accounting and information system from the US, a chartered accountant in the US, and worked about over 20 years in financial management and financial controllership, finance management and all those things. Those are the things that we know. So anything in that area, if we were to be considered. But apart from that, we've also built businesses. So, I mean, come on. If it has to do with management and leadership, there's a lot we can do. So it's a matter of maybe the government giving the opportunity to serve. And if we get the opportunity, or you also lobby as well. You know, this is what I have, this is my CV, this is my profile, this is what I can do. I used to be in Parliament. You can still take advantage of my expertise and give me opportunity. And that's what you get.
You have served on the finance committee. You have a background in finance and accounting.
Sure.
As a finance minister position you'd be interested in?
Come on, if you are called to come and do something like that, why not? But the finance minister is my boss, you know. He's my friend as well. So, of course, I'm sure I don't know whether he's going to continue or not, but the decision will happen. But if anything in that area is something that, you know, we can do and do well with over 20 years of professional experience, and there's so much we can bring to bear.